The college is not only running undergraduate courses in 21 disciplines, but also postgraduate courses in 17 disciplines. The strong academic structure is complemented by various societies giving platforms to nurture their talents in dramatics, music, dance, art, and photography. Zakir Husain Delhi College has been accredited with an A grade by NAC. Moving forward, there are a few instructions for the participants. You must have your laptop desktop working throughout the session. There are a few essential criteria for the e-certificate. 80% attendance is mandatory to earn the certificate. Each session will be followed by a mandatory quiz. The purpose of the quiz is to assess your knowledge about the topics which have been covered during the session. Attendance shall be taken into account through the session quizzes only. Participants must score 60% aggregate in all the quizzes combined. The participants will have to compulsorily fill up an online feedback form at the end of the course. During the session, any query related to the lecture should be typed in the chat box. The doubts shall be addressed in the last 30 minutes of the respective sessions. The participants must put their audio and videos off. No participant is allowed to present on the screen unless invited. Any misbehavior or misconduct on the screen during the session shall lead to the removal of the participant from the course. Any obscene language in the chat box shall lead to immediate expulsion from the course. Now I would like to call Professor P.K. Sisodia, who is the coordinator of IQAC and DBT-STAR College scheme, to take over the platform. Sir.
Okay, thank you, Amrita. So, good evening, everybody. We, as Amrita has introduced about the college and the program, I welcome you all to this national workshop of manipulation and realization of data through R. And as you know, for this we have invited Dr. L. Nagaraji, who is the data scientist working with the Department of Pediatrics and Clinical Epidemiology in Sitaram Bhartiya Institute of Science and Research, New Delhi. I welcome you all, sir, for sparing this time and giving this opportunity for our students and some other participants to listen you during this program of 5-day on online. As we all are familiar, the program regarding that you're the nowadays as the digital network is expanding and everything is coming to that you're the on digital platforms. So newer languages are coming out to be there, and R is a programming language that also opens a world of possibilities for making graphics and analyzing and processing data. So there is a lot of usage of this language R, which plays designed by that you're the statisticians. Anything you want to do with the data can be done with R, and from web scraping to making interactive graphics, we can explore its potential for making interactive charts and maps and use it to make animations. So many more applications and related to this data analysis by making use of this language will be discussed by our invited guest. Though I am not in the area, but of course, this will open you and will give you, will be giving you a new directions in this area. So with this program, our goal basically under this DBT program, we organize various workshops and the conference on that the different topics which can acquainted our students and other participants with the latest going on in the area of that the computer programming or different software languages and many more areas with that. So I welcome you all participants, and once again I also welcome our guest speaker to deliver these lectures, and hope that this program will be useful for our participants to get some more knowledge in the area of that this programming with R. there is a different directions of LR, as so far I have come to know, that is DPLYR and many more of that. So I think Dr. Naga Rajiv will be talking about all sort of the things in the next coming lectures. With these words, I thank you all and welcome once again to this program, and you will enjoy with this. Thank you. Amrita?
Yes, sir. Uh,
No, I think you can start with that, and
Rajiv sir.
we can ask our.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you very
yeah,
much, sir, for introduction in the R. You had given a brief introduction to R. So, shall we start or
No, we can start, sir.
with the session?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. You can start, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
can
you.
go ahead.
I hope the participants who are present here have downloaded the R. Sir, Dheeraj sir, I hope they have downloaded.
Uh, Participants, I think so.
Okay, I'm getting some yes responses.
Yes.
Okay. And have you downloaded the R Studio also? One can unmute and answer this.
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, Welcome participants, and thank you to the organizers for giving me this opportunity. So on the first day, we are going with the fundamentals of R programming. The R language. R language, which is a free software and the environmental for statistical computing and graphics, which will be available. Hello.
Yes, sir. You can continue.
Yeah, which is available from this following website, https. You can download it from here, and already you have downloaded. It is ranked 11th in the TIOB index for the March 2022. So now, why makes R so important, and what? Because it is a free open source, as you all know. We can perform vector operations, and it is a great community which is having 18,000 plus packages. And we will not be using all the 18,000 plus packages. We will be using only few packages which will be important for the session. The course design, on day one, I will be giving introduction and installation, orientation and basic operations and data structures in R, followed by control structures and repeat operations. Day two, data import, export and manipulation, followed by functions in R. Day three, learning debugging through developing and using user-defined functions in R, data visualization using basic R, and followed by ggplot, means the plotting section on day four, exploratory data analysis, statistical inference, and spatial data analysis using R. Now let's see the example in R. When you run the data, it will be your output. You can generate your output like this, and the graphs, colored graphs, followed by some this grid lines. I hope you all have downloaded and installed the R. And if you want any help, you can type just question mark. If you just question mark and help, it will show you that what type of help you would you require. Help, whether you want to start with or search something or request something to R, it will show when you type question help. And you can also do Google search. You can get help from the R communities. Few communities are like here. One is community.rstudio and www.rstatistics.com. You can get help regarding the R software. Now let's start with the session. Percentages indicates modulus or remainder from the division. Percent slash percent is the integer division. Assignment operations, less than and hyphen or double less than hyphen or equal to, which shows that we can assign any variable on the left hand side, and this hyphen greater than or hyphen double greater than denotes that we can assign on the right hand side. Means the assignment variable or the variable which we want to assign should be on here, it should be on the left, and here it should be on the right. List of relational operations which we can perform in R is, we can do with less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to means it is equals, and exclamatory mark with followed by equal sign is not equal to. The logical operators, exclamatory mark denotes logical not, and denotes element wise logical end, and double and denotes that logical end. One this or denotes element wise logical or and logical or. Consistent naming conventions in R. Basically there are 5 naming conventions to choose from, all lower cases. Example, here it is adjust color, and if you want to separate by dot or by anything, then you have to say that period dot separated. Example, plot dot new. Underscore separation is also possible. Lower camel case, and example, the first letter of the first word will be smaller, followed by the capital letters, and upper camel case denotes that the first letter of each word will be in the capitals. Now let's do some exercise. In studies where the plan is to estimate the mean of continuous outcome variable in a single population, the formula for determining the sample size is given below. So how we determine the sample size in continuous outcome variable is n will be your sample equal to z sigma divided by e. Here z is the value from the standard normal distribution reflecting the confidence interval that will be used. Example, z equal to 1.96 for 95% confidence intervals. Sigma denotes the standard deviation of the outcome variable. E is the designed margin of error. I hope everyone is familiar with error, normal distribution, standard deviations. The formula above generates the minimum number of subjects required to ensure that the margin of error in the confidence interval for mu does not exceed E. Means the sample size which you get here, it will be the minimum number, and the confidence interval for mu or the mean does not exceed the margin of error. Now let us find some sample size using the above formula in R. You can note down the values. An investigator wants to estimate the mean systolic blood pressure in the children with congenital heart disease who are between the ages of 3 and 5. How many children should be enrolled in the study? The investigator plans on using 95% confidence interval, so z equal to 1.96 and wants a margin of error of 5 units. So here your Z is 1.96 and the margin of error, that is E, is 5. The standard deviation of systolic blood pressure is unknown, but the investigators conduct a literature search and find that the standard deviation of systolic blood pressure in children with other cardiac defects is between 15 and 20. To estimate the sample size, we consider the larger standard deviation in order to obtain the most conservative or largest sample size. Now let's let us go with this. I hope this is visible, or do I need to increase the font size? Hello?
This is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now let us perform with the arithmetic operators first, and once we do this, we will go to that example. Now, whenever you open the R Studio, you will see that R version 4.0.5 2021 means the year and all this. So this R version 4. We are using R version 4.0.5, which was installed on 31st March 21, and the copyright will be there, and it will show that R is a free software and comes with absolutely no warranty and so on. So now if you want all this to be removed, you can press Ctrl and L, which is the clear screen. Now arithmetic operations, 34 plus 78, if I do, it will give you the result. Means this is the source code. Here you can write your codes, and here you can see your results on the console. And now if I do the subtraction, multiplication, division, so 2 to the power of 3, and modulus division, integer division. Now if we want to find the square root and the exponent, okay, now square root of 25 will be the 5, or even here if you see, I am assigning this 25 to the variable called x. Now even if I want to without assigning the variable, then also we can do that. Now exponential of 2 is 7.4 approximately. Now how to assign the operators? Here I'm using the capital A equal to 10, and so here on the right hand side on the environment history, you can see that the value A 10 is assigned to the variable called A. Now there is we need to be very cautious when we are using the variables. If you use a capital letters, then you have to be in the capitals only. Means it is R is a case sensitive software. Now if I see small a equal to 6, then it is assigning 6 to the small a, which denotes that R is a case sensitive software. And see the naming conventions. Now I want to give 167 as my first value. So can you tell that whether it will work or not? Means 167 will if I'm assigning 167 to the first value, will it get assigned or not? Yes, anyone?
No, sir.
Yeah, no, because the R in R, the first should not first letter should not be new or any other special characters. Now if I want to assign Alice the name to name 1, it will get assigned. No, it is not. Why? Why it's not getting assigned?
So greater than or
Anyone?
less than sign is not there.
No, we can assign. See, in this, I told you that if I am assigning equal to with equal to also we can assign, but here it is not getting assigned. Why?
Because it's not an integer.
Yes, it is not an integer, it is a character, right? Similarly with name 2 also, it will not get assigned. Just a second. Now, if we want to assign a means character, then we have to denote it in the quotes. If I denote the quote, see, now it got assigned, right? When you are assigning the integers, you can assign as it is, and when you are assigning the characters to the variable, then it should be in the quotes. Now, relational operators. Now, when relational operators equal to, when I'm assigning with age underscore allies, means I'm giving the age of allies as 28. Similarly for Bob and Nandu. Now, what this do? Age allies greater than age Bob. When I'm running it, it is showing that false. Now, why it is giving age of the allies is 28 and age of Bob is 34. So, is 28 greater than 34? No. So that's why it is giving the statement as false. Age allies is not equal to age Bob. Now what it will do? It will give the result of true, because both the ages are same. Now age allies and age of Nandu is true because both the ages are same as 28. Now the logical operators, is 8 greater than 7? Yes. Is is 8 greater than 7 means I'm not what this exclamatory marks denotes? Logical not, means I'm saying that 8 is not greater than 7, so it is giving the false result. Now 2 greater than 1 and 3 greater than 2, it shows 2 true. Now or means 2 greater than 1 or 1 greater than 2, what it will say? Any guess? Hello?
True.
Yes. Now I'm see vectors array or array in R. Arrays are one or more dimensional collections of R objects of the same type. Now if I want to align all the names into the variable called name, then name equal to C, allies Bob, Nandu, Ravi and Priya. Just a second. So now it got the names got aligned, and if I want to get the scanning means gender of all these allies. If I do it as female, Bob as male, Nandu as male, Ravi and Priya. So I had assigned the names also. Now I'm assigning the height of them. If you have your laptops, can you also perform the same? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Done? Done? Hello? Dr. Dheeraj, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sir, I'll do one thing. From tomorrow onwards, I'll share these codes so that it will save the time.
Okay.
So that when I run here, they can the students can also run, and it will save the time.
Okay, sir.
Or else you can see here. I'll share these codes to Dr. Dheeraj, and he will circulate it with you guys. Will that be fine, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now here I'm assigning weight in kgs to all. Here you can see that NA means the weight of Nandu is not available. NA represents not available. And here when I'm denoting these codes, you can see all on the right side, it is showing all in the character. And or null if I am writing, it will also denotes the same that the weight is missing. Now I'm giving the serial numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even we can denote it as 1, 2, 5. Serial number new 1, 2, 5. Yeah, serial number, if we are giving, it is denoting as number, and if we are giving 1:5, it is taking it as integer. Now I'm assigning the course to all are MBBS students. So course underscore new represent x equal to MBBS and times equal to 5. Means I'm assigning this MBBS to the variable called x, and I want to repeat it for the 5 times. So that's why here I had given times equal to 5. Now if you see, if I type here course underscore new, and if I press enter, you can see that I had MBBS is coming 5 times. Now I hope you all know that how to calculate the BMI, right? Can anyone tell the formula for BMI? Anyone? Body mass index.
So weight in kgs
Yes.
divided by the square of height
Height in?
meters.
Yeah, you had Googled it, right? Okay. Anyway, so height in meters, if we want to, we had given the height in centimeters here, and if we want to convert it into the meters, then we need to divide it by the 100. And now if we want to assign BMI, the formula is weight in kgs divided by height in meters square. Now it is giving the warning, longer object length is not multiple of shorter object length. So now what we are doing, we need to round it off for the 1 digit. So if I see the BMI, now it is giving the BMIs as 18.3 and all. So when you see it in the data, or when you add given BMI, and if I'm writing BMI underscore round, now it is approximating to the 1 digit, right? 18.36, approximation is 18.4. Now using positions, now if I want to see the BMI of the first person, so BMI in square brackets 1 denotes, these square brackets denotes that if we want to see the BMI of the first person in square brackets, we will type it as 1. And if I want to see the person, means all the three persons, means first person, third person and fifth person, then I have to write as BMI in square brackets C of 1, 3, 5. See, it is giving the BMIs of first person, third person and the fifth person. Now if I want to see the BMI of first person, second person and eighth person, do we have 8 members here? No, we are having only 5. So let us see what it will give. It will be giving 8 as NA, means we are not having the 8th person, so it is showing that not available, and it is giving the results of first person and second person. Now, what does this denote? BMI minus 1. Anyone?
Last entry.
Now, see, BMI minus 1 indicates that it will not include the BMI of the first person, but from the second to the fifth, it will give. And BMI minus 2 means it will not give the first person, second person, so BMI, and it will give the BMI of one, first person, third person, fourth and fifth persons. See, it is not giving the BMI of the second person. If I don't want the BMIs of first and second person, then minus C 1 comma 2 in square brackets. Now it will not give the BMI of first person and second person, and it will give the BMI of third, fourth and fifth persons. Now if we want to see the subjects or the persons who are less than, whose BMI is less than 18.5, we will call it as underweight. Means when the BMI is less than 18.5, we term it as underweight. So I want to see how many are underweight. So 2 persons, means the first person is underweight 18.4 and the last person with 17.3 BMI are underweight. Now if I want their names, then name in square bracket BMI less than 18.5. So Alice and Priya have underweight. So now I'm giving the subset of BMIs. Now subset BMI, my variable name is BMI, and subset equal to BMI less than 18.5. So I'm getting only, means if we, this is similar to this code, means even if you want, we can't, when you are having this is a small data, so we can write it as BMI minus C 1 comma 2. So when we have the large data, means if we are having in lakhs of data sets or lakhs of observations in our data set, then we will use the term called subset, means subset of that variable, and we will denote it as subset equal to that variable, and we will give our condition. Is this understood to everyone?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Now, till here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, see, and I hope this is you understood this also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The subset one you didn't get, right? So see, BMI, I want to see how many people, how many persons have less than, means whose BMI is less than 18.5. Okay, BMI, I had given BMI in square bracket, BMI less than 18.5. I had given that condition. So when I am entering, it is giving that 2 persons have less than 18.5 BMI. Right? Now, instead of this, I want to see that yeah, I had assigned the value variable called BMI, and now I want to see that out of these BMIs, how many persons have less than 18.5? Means I want to see the subset of this whole superset, right? You know superset and subsets, right? As a mathematics students, you know superset and subsets. Meeting chat. Right? Can you tell me the definition of subset? Hello? Anyone?
Reply, please.
Anyone? Okay. I'm having in my set, I'm having five observations. Okay. BMI observations 18, 25, 21, 24, and 17. So now out of this, if I want to see how many are less than 18.5, so will it be called a subset of this set?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, means any value or any observation which belongs to the main set is called a subset, right? So I'm giving the command as subset in brackets BMI, means my variable name is BMI, and I want to see the subset of that BMI who are of the persons who have the BMI less than 18.5. So I'm giving it as BMI comma subset equal to BMI less than 18.5. So now you can see it is giving me the observations whose BMI is less than 18.5. Now have you got this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now similarly, instead of BMI, if I want to see the name of those persons, then subset name comma subset equal to BMI less than 18.5, and it is giving me the names of those two. It is similar to this, but when we are having large observations or large data set, in that case, this subset command will be very useful. Now I want to define the categories. Okay, means 18.5 less than 18.5, I want to give the name as underweight. 18.5 to 25, I want to give it as normal, and above normal, I want to give it as overweight. Now for that, I'm giving BMI underscore cat, means BMI categories equal to cut if x equal to BMI comma breaks equal to C 0 comma 18.5 comma 30, means I'm breaking at 0 to 18.5, 18.5 and after that. Okay, so if I type see, first is 0 to 18.5, 18.5 to 30, so 18.5 to 30, it is breaking second. So here, instead of giving overweight, I'm just giving the normal weights. So BMI underscore cat, I had given this, and now I want to label it as underweight and normal weight. Now if I type, if I want to see this BMI underscore cat, so it is giving that all the variables who have, means see, now for BMI, here if you can see for 18.3, it is giving it as normal underweight, and for 25.7, it is giving it as normal weight. Have you got this code? Means have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now if I want to manipulate the vectors or these vectors, I want to see the mean of the BMI, and here I had written NA.RM equal to true. Okay, means I want to see the BMI of the persons, and NA.RM equal to true indicates that we are having one variable, observation which is missing in weight, right? So obviously it will be missing in the BMI also. So NA.RM equal to true indicates that it will exclude that variable, okay, and give the mean of the rest. Now the mean is 21.6. So can you see that can you calculate manually the mean of all these? 18.4 plus 25.7, 18.4 plus 25.7 plus 21. Are you doing?
So shall we do it on the paper or on the app?
You can use your calculators.
Okay.
Done?
So can you show us the values again of the BMIs?
Yes. 18.4, 25.7, 21.7, 25.8, sorry, 21.7, 24.7, and 17.3.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are getting the same, right? Okay. Now I want to see the standard deviation of this BMI. The standard deviation is 3.7. For standard deviation, we need to give the command as SD, BMI and NA.RM equal to true. Now, if I want to see the summary of this BMI, the minimum is 17.3 and the median is 21.7 and mean is 21.5. Now, what is this first quartile and third quartile? Anyone? This result itself shows or itself reveals the first quartile and third quartile. Anyone? See, yes, anyone, someone has unmuted.
Sir, 1/4 and 3/4 of, like, first quartile is 25%.
No, I'm asking what is what this first quartile and third quartile indicates in this result. See, if you see the median, what is the median? 21.8 approximately, and mean is 21.6. So if you see the first quartile, it is 18.4 and third quartile is 24.7, which indicates that your either mean or median should be between your first quartile and third quartile, means the upper limit and lower limit. Understood? Your first quartile is called lower limit and third quartile is called upper limit. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, can anyone try this and tell me the result using this formula in R? Z has been given as 1.96. E is given 5. And your standard deviation will be 20. One 1.96, 20 and 5 whole square. So anyone, are you trying or? What is the formula? N equal to Z into standard deviation divided by E whole square, right? N equal to Z into standard deviation divided by E whole square. Now, what is Z? 1.96 into standard deviation is 20 divided by margin of error is 5 and whole square. Have you done? Have you got the result? Yes or no? Have you got the result?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's the result? What's the sample size?
61.46.
So we can say that 61 means, because we cannot take the samples in decimals, so we can say approximately 61 samples are required for the 61 sample size is required for our study, right? 61 children, 61 children should be enrolled in the study. Yes? Yes or no? Sir, I think it should be a two-way conversation, but now you can note down this and you can try on your own, and we can discuss it in the next class. Means the value of 1 square plus 2 square and so on up to 100 square, the addition of all the numbers. Now this is the example which we had seen. Yes, we had seen the similar example.
Students, please answer the query.
Yes, sir.
Here, the birth weight of 10 newborn babies have been given, followed by their mother names. We have to create a variable called BWT, means birth weight, and M underscore name, mother's name, and store the data in R. We have to find out the mean and standard deviation of the mean and standard deviation of this data. And we need to find that mother's name whose children are low birth weight. Birth weight represents less than 2.5 kg. Whose birth weight is less than 2.5 kg will be termed as low birth weight. And create a new variable and classify the children as low birth weight and normal birth weight. Okay. Would you like to get this data?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please note it down. This is your homework and assignment, you can say, a small assignment.
Sir, you will be sharing the document, right?
Yeah, I will be sharing. This is the exercise, just exercise for your practice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be sharing the assignment. Or I'll include this in the assignment and you can do that.
Yes.
Now let's continue further. Now next topic is the data types and data structures in R. So we are having two data types called primitive and non-primitive data types. In primitive, we are having logical integer, numeric, and character. In non-primitive, we have data frames, array, matrices, and list. Now, what does this true indicate? Is this a primitive data type or non-primitive? From here, what you can say?
Primitive.
It is logical.
It is logical. Similarly, numeric and integers are also comes under primitive data types. Character is also primitive, and this class is non-primitive because it denotes whether the variable or whether the variable is either numeric or integer or character, right? Array or list, it is giving the list, right? No, whether you are getting it or not.
Yes, sir.
Can you please explain what is class again?
Yeah. See, I'm having the number called 1.2. We know that it is an 1.2 is a integer or number.
It's an integer.
Integer.
Number.
So, but, sorry?
It is a number.
Okay, let's see. We can see, we are saying that it is a number or integer. Okay, so now we want to see that what is the exact class of this 1.2. So we can see by giving the command called class in brackets the observation number. So it is giving as numeric. Okay, now if I want to see that in class, what is the class of this observation or command? I am a teacher. So when I am giving it in quotes, in the first half I said that when we are giving in quotes, it will represent a
Character.
Yeah. Is giving the character. Now, when I am giving this 4L, what it will represent? It is an integer. Why?
Because it's an alphanumeric
Yes.
character.
Yes. And class of true is also logical. See, it is giving the, we know that true is logical operator and is a logic, and when we are seeing the class of this true, it is giving the logical. Basically, this class is used to check what kind of data type our variables are. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, if you want to convert this numerics into integer, then or numerics into character or anything, so we need to type, or we need to give the command as dot integer. Means if you want to type convert the numeric into integers, then as dot integer. If you want to convert the numeric into character, it will be called as dot character. Similarly, for character to numeric also, you can say as dot numeric. Let us see. So as dot integer, you got 2, means it is rounding off and giving the integer. Now as dot character of 3, it will be giving in quotes. Now as dot numeric of A, it is warning that NA is introduced by coercion. Why?
These functions just try if it is possible to convert. If it is not possible, then they can't do that part.
Yes. And we all know that in when A is given in single quotes, it also represents the character. See, now if I'll give, instead of 3, if I am giving A, will it convert?
No.
Right?
No, sir.
No. So as dot numeric of true, it is giving 1, means it is giving assigned true as 1 and false as 0. Understood till here? Any doubts?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can it convert values such as male or female in numeric?
Yeah, means in that, see, we here, if you see, I had given the labels. Okay, so when you get the data, it will be in either 0 1, means 0 for female and 1 for male, or else it will be like 1 or 2. Okay, 1 male and 2 female, or vice versa. It can be. So at that time, you have to label them by using labels equal to, like this.
So it will only convert if we label it correctly.
Yes, means if you won't label, means if you got the data and you are telling that means the person who had given you the data, that person knows that 1 is male and 2 is female, but you are giving 1 as female and 2 as male, then also it will run your results, but your results will be wrongly interpreted. Okay, means when you are giving wrong labels to your data, obviously your results will also get wrong. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whenever you are getting the data from anyone, or when you are trying to analyze, you should be very sure with your data labels, means, or the variables. Got it? Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, let us see the vectors in the one-dimensional array. So, index, if you see here, index 1 to 10, and the values are 10 to 100. So, egg underscore constant means eigen underscore constant is the variable name, and we are giving the coercion of 4, 0, 5, 4, and 3. So when we run that, it will give this, and when we run the class of that variable, it will be showing as numeric. We had tried this, right? But we had not assigned the vector. Now, if we see here, this is our vector. The variable which we are assigning is also called as vector. And what is the class? The numeric. And what is the length of this vector? Anyone?
5.
Yes. Now, it is the numeric vector or numeric array. Okay. Now, if I want to give the string means the strings, then a string is nothing but the names which you want to give. So every name should be in the double quotes. So if you see, if you recall, in the first half, I had said that less than followed by hyphen mark gives shows that the assignment variable should be on the left side, right?
Sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I'm giving like this, will it take? Yes. See.
Okay, sir.
Generally, we used to do it on from the left side. Now, what is the class of these names? It is a character. So, do you know the shortcut for running these programs on keyboard?
Control Enter.
Yes. So now accessing the element from the vector. Now, in the earlier one, we had seen that we had given the BMI, and we had seen that BMI in square brackets, BMI less than 18.5, it was giving the BMIs of those persons who were whose BMI was less than 18.5, right? Similarly, in the vector also, if you want to see the egg underscore constant, the vector name or the variable, what is the first value of that respective vector? It will give you the first value of that vector, right? Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Similarly, if I want to see the first two values, it will give you the first two. Got that?
Yes, sir.
Now, yeah. Now you can see. You might have the doubt that till now we were using C in brackets. Some observations. What that C is called, right? C is nothing but it is the coercion, which is very important to remember that a vector can only be composed of one data type. Okay, one data type in the sense means if you are giving the variable, if you are giving, see, till now we were giving only one data type variable, either numeric or character. Okay, so it will take only one data type. It should be composed of one data type. This means that you cannot have both a numeric and a character in the same vector. If you attempt to do this, lower ranking type will be coerced into higher ranking types. Example, we can see the example here. I'm giving C 1, 2, and 3. I'm denoting it as a character. So it will take all the observations into characters. Yes? Understood this coercion?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So can you tell C in quotes A 1, 2? So what will it be? What will it give the result? Will it be a character type or numeric?
Character type.
Yes. Similarly with this logic and character, And if you see the coercion of numeric and logical, it will be giving you the numeric. Understood this?
Sir, can you show the hierarchy once more? No, sir, not that. The logical numeric one.
This one?
No, sir. The last slide that you were showing.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The hierarchy of coercion is logical less than integer, means the higher hierarchy has been given to the character, followed by numeric, integer, and logical. So when you have numeric and character, it will be converting it into the character. When you are having numeric and logical, it will convert into numeric. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had seen this example. Now let us see the matrix. Now, vector binding matrix. Okay, so I'm giving the vector called I'm assigning it egg underscore constant, next beef, chicken, fish, and goat. Now we had seen that length of egg will be 5. Now I want to bind, means I want to combine all these things. Okay, so I'm assigning a variable called cons cbind. Cbind represents
Coercion bind?
no. C means column, binding means I'm binding. I want all these in separate columns. Okay, first column, second column, third column, fourth column, and fifth column. So for column binding, we will write it as C. Cbind. Cbind is used for column binding, and the variables which we want to bind or which we want to combine, it will be in the brackets. So let's run and see. Now I want to give the row names for this vector. Okay, so for that I am using it as row names of vector followed by C, Jacob, Alice, Ross, Nandu, and James. So before that, let's see this cons what it is giving. See, it is giving the columns, right? Now if you see on the row side, it is giving 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I don't want these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want, instead of these, I want the names of those persons. Okay, so for that I'm writing it as row names of that particular variable, coercion of those 5 persons. Now if I see here, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we got the names of those 5 persons. Have you understood till here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I want to give the column names now. Now I don't want 4, 1, 5 and all. Okay. So I want give the column names. Now see, instead of egg underscore cons, it is giving egg, beef, chicken, fish, and goat. Yes, I have changed these names into original names. Have you got? Yes? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now what will be the dimension of this matrix?
5 into 5.
5 into 5. Now let's see. Yeah. Dimension of the matrix is 5 into 5. And what will be the class?
Numeric.
Now it is a matrix, right?
Yes, sir.
And that matrix has been stored in the array.
The class is both matrix and array.
Yeah. Why it is giving matrix and array? Because see, this is the matrix 4 1 4 1 5 and so on. This is the matrix, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the names, column names and row names are arrays. So that's why it is giving the name called matrix and array. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? Your yes sir is not
But
like
can there be any other combination with matrix and something else?
sorry?
Can there be any other combination with matrix and not array?
No. See, whenever you are giving you are giving or you are assigning any variable on the left side, okay, it will be called as an array.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, if I want to see the constant of 1 and 2, means 1 and 2 is 1, means cons of in brackets 1 comma 2 means the first row, second column. Okay. Now I want to see, if I want to see the access the element at second column and first two rows. Okay, so I am giving that 1:2 means first two rows of the second column. Second column is what is the second column here? Beef. So if I want to see the first two rows of that column, Jacob and Alice. We got 1 and Alice is having 2. Understood like this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Similarly, comma 2 indicates the second column. See, Jacob, Alice, Ross, Nandu and James 12102. 12102. Okay. Now, how to create a matrix in R? Matrix of data, comma n rows, n columns, and by row. Now, M1, I'm denoting it as matrix 1. I'm giving name as matrix 1, and I'm creating the matrix from 1 to 9 and rows equal to true, and how many rows I want? 3 rows I want. So let us see. I created the matrix Yes, 3 rows and 3 columns. Have you understood this? I'm not doing anything. Here, individually we had assigned all observations to each vector, and then we had combined into the matrix. Here, directly I'm creating the matrix of the observations from 1 to 9 for 3 rows and 3 columns. Understood?
Sir.
Yes or no? Be louder.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, but
Now,
only M2, why is it false for by row?
yeah, we will see it.
Okay.
See, by row. Now, what is the difference between these two? Here, when I am writing by row equal to true, it is taking as 1, 2, 3 horizontally. Okay, means by row it is assigning the matrix. When I am giving by row equal to false, it is assigning the matrix column wise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, sir.
Understood?
Yes.
Yeah. Now let us see the matrix addition, subtraction and multiplication. I hope you all know how to perform matrix addition, subtraction and multiplication manually, right? So I want to see same data M1 and M2. Now I am adding M1 and M2. How it will add? R1 plus C1, right? Can anyone tell the code or the logic R1 plus C1? Means row 1 plus column 1 it will add? Yes or no? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
I'm not getting any responses, so that's why I was having a doubt that whether I'm audible or not. Here, I'm having M1 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9, and M2 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So now what it is doing? It is adding the matrix 1 and matrix 2. Now similarly for subtraction, matrix 1 minus matrix 2 means 10 minus 1 9, 13 minus 2 11, 13 minus 3, sorry 16 minus 3 13. Now scalar multiplications. For the above matrix, I am multiplying with 7. for this matrix, I'm multiplying with 7. Now you can see that it got multiplied, and yes,
Students, please speak.
if you will not respond, I can't go means further. It should be a two-way conversation. It should not be one way.
Student, you should interact.
Sir, people are interacting over the chat.
I can't see because I'm okay.
Sir, I think the students are confused that on the group it was written we should not turn on the mic and we should only use the chat box to message.
Acha, okay. Because I can't, because I'm using single system today, so that's why I can't see your chats. Okay, now I'm assigning a vector, new vector called protein, and I'm giving the assigning the matrix to that vector, and by row I'm giving it as true, and I want 5 by 5 matrix if I want. And now one by 5 I got, right? Why 1 by 5 I got? Anyone?
Sir, cause you only queried for the column protein.
Yes. Now what this indicates, percentage into percentage. What does this indicate?
Modulus.
Any change?
No,
Any
sir.
change?
No, sir, no change.
No change. So now if I want to do the matrix multiplication, I'm assigning it as nutrient underscore food, the vector name, and giving the matrix and I'm assigning the column names for them. We got 5 by 4 matrix, and I'm assigning the column names and constant. Okay, so 232.33, 934, and so on. And see, someone has asked about the gender, right? So if you know the gender, here Jacob is male, Alice is female, Ross is male, Nandu is female, James is male. So if you know the genders, we are having only 5 observations here. So we had given 5 names. Okay, so we had given male, female separately. If you don't know, then it will be like, as I said, you can have 0 comma breaks equal to C of 0 comma 1 and labels equal to C of, in quotes, male and female. Understood? Now I'm assigning the data frames. Now I'm assigning the vector of that to that data frame. Data frame vector called study I'm assigning. Now if you see, we got the matrix here, Have you understood? This is called the data frame. Yes?
Sir, can you explain again?
Yeah. Yeah. See, here, these are the column names, column variables. Yes?
Yes.
And these are rows.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I'm giving names as Jacob and all, and you can see that CHR, DBL, and so on. Yes? Between the less than and greater than sign. So it denotes that the type of variable those are. Okay. In the similar previous example, we had given egg, beef, chicken, fish. We had created these vectors, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now combining all these vectors, I want to create a data frame. Means I want to create my own data set. Okay. For creating data set, you need to create one more vector called here we had created study, and we are creating our data set by calling it as data.frame. Means when you take a picture, or in simple example, if you are taking a picture, okay, you will have a frame of it, right?
Okay.
You will make frame. Okay. So here we had here here we had made a picture. We had clicked a picture, and I want to give some frame to it. Okay. For that, I'm creating one more vector called study, and assigning it to the data. Means I'm giving the command as data.frame.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Got it?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So in data frame, you will be having column variables as well as row variables. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See. Now, what is str? Str is nothing but it is called the string. So when you write a string of the study, it will denote that the data frame, the variables in that data frame have which means the class of the variables in that particular data frame. So here you can see, if you type string of study, it will give you the first column is names. So it is a character. Then sex is also a character. Egg is numeric, beef is numeric, chicken and so on up to goat are numerics. Yes? Understood this string of study?
Yes, sir.
Next is names of the particular study, or the variables. I want to see the names of the variable called name, gender. Means I would just want to rename all these. Getting? So for renaming names of that particular vector and coercion of the names which you want to rename. Now if you see, they have got renamed. Have you understood this? Yes or no?
So can you
Yes, sir.
explain again?
Sorry?
Can you please explain again?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are just giving new values to the
Yes.
array.
Not new values. I am renaming. See,
Okay, okay, yeah.
earlier it was like this:
Yeah.
egg underscore cons, beef underscore cons, etc. Now I am renaming as, for names, I'm giving it as name. For sex, I'm giving it as gender. For EGG underscore cons, I'm giving it as egg. Similarly for beef, chicken, and fish and goat.
Yes, sir. Okay.
For renaming, we need to, the command is that names of that particular vector or array should be assigned as a coercion of the names which you want to rename. Okay, means names of this study. Names of this study means all the names of this particular data frame should be renamed by these. Have you understood
Okay,
this?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now if you see, they all got renamed. Now accessing the variables, I want to see the variable. What is the gender in what are the genders in this particular data set? Okay, we are having male, female, male, female, male. Okay, means when you want to see particular variable, when you want to access particular variable, you will need to give it by $sign. Okay, means the vector dollar, the variable name. Got? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, similarly for the name also. Study dollar name. Now if you want to create one new variable, okay, here I want to create one variable called age. I want to assign age to all these 5 members. So for that, for assigning the age, vector dollar, the new variable name called age, and we are giving the coercion of 41, 20, 70, 17, 35, and 60. Now if you see, the new variable called age is assigned. Understood this, how to create a variable?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for creating a variable, the vector or the data set name, dollar, age, or the new variable name which you want to create. Okay. Next one is the list. Lists are the objects which contain element of different types like numbers, strings, and other list inside it. It is not even required that these objects are related to each other in any way. And you can create list by using the list function. Let us see in this. I want to see the list of the names, cons, and study. Okay, list underscore data. I'm creating a new variable, and I want to see the list of that. See, list of names. Names is character. Cons is 405 and all. See all the cons, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And study. Study is having 5 cross 8. Study is a data frame, and data frame is with 5 rows and 8 columns. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, if I want to give names to the elements in this list, okay, here you can see that list 1, 2, 3, it is coming. So instead of 1, 2, 3, I want to name it as name, consumption, and survey. Then names of list underscore data. Oh, sorry. For this list underscore data, list and list of length. If I am saying I am giving the names of list underscore data, then names, consumption, and survey, we got this names, next consumption, how much they are consuming, and the survey means the whole data set. Got this? Any doubt till here? Any doubts?
No, sir.
I hope the participants who are present have got till here. Now,
Yes.
list underscore data in square brackets 1 or in square brackets 3 indicates that the accessing the first element and the third element. Okay, what is the first element in this? First element is names, and the third element is data frame. Right? So first element is names we got, and the third element is data frames we got. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And next one is the control structures and repeat operations. Control structure and repeat operations. So what control structures we are having in R, what we can use is if else, which are used for testing the condition, for which we can execute a loop for a fixed number of times. While loop, we can execute this while a condition is true, and repeat all this, execute an infinite loop. When we want to execute an infinite loop which is never ending, at that time we can use the repeat. When we want to break the execution of the loop, we can use the break command. And when we want to skip an interaction of a loop, then we can use the next. And if you want to exit, we can use the return. Now, what is if condition? If the condition we had given, then it will do something. Continue with the rest of the code. Okay. And if condition is true, then it will end with this. And if the condition is not true, then else, do something else. Okay. Means if condition is true, then it will end here. If condition is false, then it will do something else. Got?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, if on the right side, if you can see, if the condition is true, then do something. If the condition is false, then do something different. Means else if condition will execute. If condition and else if condition are false, then this else condition will execute. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, if you see here, BMI is equal to 29. In this example, BMI is 29. If BMI is greater than 25, then BMI cat equal to overweight, else BMI underscore cat is normal weight. So if I run this command, and if I want to check BMI underscore cat, it will return as overweight, because here the condition is getting accepted in the first command itself, first condition itself, right? Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, BMI equal to 29. If BMI is greater than 29, I had run this. So it is giving overweight. Understood this? Now, let us see for loop. I'm assigning these characters to the set called S, or the vector. Now, I in S. Now, what is I in here? See, in R, for loops take an interior variable and assign its successive values from a sequence or vector. For loops are most commonly used for iterating over the element of an object. So here I represents iterations. Okay, so I in S means all the observations in this set or vector. I'm running it, and I want to get all the vector observations. Then I had for that I had given for I in S and command as print of I. I'm getting all the observations. Understood this?
Sir, can you tell again what the I stands for?
I is nothing but I represents the iterations, or number of iterating over the elements of an object. Means it will iterate till we get the final
Okay, okay.
object.
And the in?
Sorry?
And the in between? I
I
in.
in S. Okay. In indicates that the object, it should iterate number of times the observations are there in the particular vector. Okay, so in first iteration it will give A, in second iteration it will give B, in third iteration it will give C, and in fourth iteration it will give D. Means we are having four observations, it will iterate 4 times.
Okay, sir.
Okay, have you got, means I in S means it should iterate number of times the objects or the observations are there in the set or
String.
vector. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, if I am giving for I in 1 to 5, 1 to 5, we are having 5 numbers, right? So I in 1 to 5 represents here. See, here I had created a vector called S. Here I didn't create any vector, but I'm giving 1 to 5. Means it will be iterating 5 times and giving the values from 1 to 5. Got it? Any doubt till here? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So here again, I'm creating a vector called x and giving C of variables called A, B, C, and D. Now, for I in 1 to 4, print x of I. So x of I represents print out each element of x. Sorry. Yeah. I'm running this loop, for loop, I in 1 to 4. Okay. I had given x, I had given the variable called, I had created the variable called x, and I want to see the, I want to see each element present in x. Have you understood this? Yes. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I want to give a sequence, I want to generate a sequence based on the length of this x variable. For that, I'm giving the command for, I'm running the loop as for loop I in sequence underscore along of x. Okay, means I want to see the length of this x. If I am running it, the length is 4. Yes, length of x is 4. It is not necessary to use an index type variable. So for letter in x, print letter. Here we are having letters. So for that, if there are letters in x, I want to print all. Got it? Now, if I want to go with the squaring of this set S, so for I in S, print S cap 2 means it will be squaring each and every observation in the data in the set or vector called S. If I'm running it, you can see that 1. So first it had squared 1, and next it has squared 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why we are getting like this?
फाइव लूप
Hello?
क्योंकि 5 लूप है ना फॉर आई इन एस.
Yes. So now for the nested for loops, I'm creating the variable called x and creating the matrix 1 to 6, 2, 3. What does this 2, 3 represent? Two rows and
Second
three
row,
columns.
third column.
2 rows and 3 columns. These are rows, these are columns. See, 2 rows, 3 columns. Okay, so in this, for I in sequence underscore length, n row of x. For j in sequence underscore length n column of x. I want to see the row length and column length in this loop. So I am getting the row length is 1 3 5 2 4 6. Okay, understood? Any doubt in this nested for loop? Yes.
Sir, I think we all need to do it for some time to get it.
Yeah. So I'll share this these codes with Dr. Dheeraj, and he will share with you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, shall we continue or shall we stop?
I think today we stop.
Okay. Because I'm just left with the while loops today.
Okay, then continue with while loop.
Yeah. So for while, if count, I'm assigning the count called 0, and while count is less than 5, print count. Okay, and count, I'm again in the while loop, I'm assigning that if count is less than 5, print count, and for that count plus 1 means I want to see the addition for each and every count. So I had assigned count as 0. If while count is less than 5, I'm printing it and printing as addition. So for 0 plus 1 plus 2, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4. And for this, when I'm using now here I'm using the next and break, means for I in 1 to 25, if I less than or equal to 20, it will skip the first 20 iterations, next, and then I want the print. See, for I in 1 to 25, I don't want the variables which are less than or equal to 20, and I want the observations which are above 20. So I got the observations which are above 20. Okay. So now here I want to see for I in 1 to 25, print I, and if I is greater than 5, I want to stop the loop after 20 iterations. Okay, then I'm breaking. See, have you got this?
So why 6 has been printed?
Yeah, see, if I is greater than 5, here I'm breaking. Here I'd break if I don't want the observations which are less than or equal to 20 here. Okay, similarly here I don't want the observations which are greater than so here I'm using the break function. So when we are using the break, it will stop the loop after 20 iterations, but it will give one observation which is higher than the previous one. Have you understood this logic here?
Not exactly.
Okay. See, for you understood this for loop, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I'm ending the loop here, okay, so it will give all the 25 observations, right?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. And now if I'm giving the condition that if I is greater than 5, then break it. Okay, so I is greater than 5 and break. Here break means I don't want the observations which are greater than 5, but when I'm using the break function or break command, it will give कि मतलब you know Hindi, right?
Yeah, perfectly.
या सो वहां पे ये बताता है कि भाई आपका जो है 6 के बाद से 5 it will be greater, 6 is greater than 5, right? So the first observation which is greater than 5, it will stop showing from that observation.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll share the exercises with Dr. Dheeraj and the assignment for today. Hope you will finish and you will submit it. Dr. Dheeraj, please ensure that each and every student who has attended today will submit their assignments in next 2 days.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patient listening.
Thank you, sir.
I hope it was a wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any queries till now?
Sir.
Any queries?
Amrita.
Any queries?
Just share the code of today's.
Yeah, I'll share. So today we had finished introduction and up to control structures and repeat operations. Tomorrow we will be seeing how to import, export and manipulate the data and the functions in R.
Yes, sir. Thank you for today's session, sir.
Sorry?
Thank you for today's session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your patient listening.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rajesh.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Dheeraj. So can I leave, sir?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.